Heidi Ho, good neighbors. The subject today is child support, or maybe if I stray too much, I'll probably go into some other topics regarding family law. But I hear a lot about how it's being said a lot lately, or I'm hearing it a lot lately, that child support or the family law laws are unfair to the man, unfair to the father. Won't go into the ex-husband. This is mainly child support or family law. That it's unfair to the father, that a man has to pay all this child support. Well, I don't know how many who are saying that understand that child support is not intended to benefit the mother. It's not intended to penalize the father. Often it's, when you discuss children, it's often stated as what's in the best interest of the children. That's what will be done. So child support is what's in the best interest of the children. So child support is to benefit the children. I know that it's often seen, because it is often paid to the mother, because most often mothers do have custody of the children, even these days. Most often, sometimes fathers do have custody, but most often it's paid to the mother, because most often the mothers have custody. But like I say, again, that's to benefit the children. It's not to benefit the mother. It does go to her, and I know that I won't say quite often, but it has been known to be abused. I do agree with that. I do agree with that statement that child support is sometimes abused because it's not used for what it's intended for. I've heard of maybe the mother buying concert tickets or having her hair and nails done, which I totally disagree with. It should be spent on the children. Things like rent, utilities, that I can see that it's okay to buy groceries, to buy, of course, school clothes. Well, actually, do kids wear school clothes anymore? I think they all wear the uniform kind of type thing. But, well, to buy that, I mean, you tell me. I don't have kids. Do the parents have to pay for that? But rent, utilities, food and shelter are necessaries, so it's perfectly all right to use the child support for that. But anything personal for the mother, I agree with you. That shouldn't go for the mother, because then it is benefiting just the mother. And I know that sometimes the mother, if she's being mean, spiteful, and vindictive, she won't let him see the children. I can't tell you, there aren't enough adjectives in the English language for me to convey to you just how awful, how reprehensible, how deplorable I think that is. Children ought to be allowed to see their father. They ought to be able to have both parents have a meaningful presence in their lives. So if that's being done, I think that is just so awful. This is kind of as an aside, but sometimes when I've having my rich dreams, my rich wishes, what I would do with money if I ever became wealthy, or if I ever amassed any wealth, which the way things are going, it sure doesn't look like it. Maybe I'll have something by the time I retire, but anyway, sometimes, in addition, I don't think about buying a chateau in Spain or jetting to Paris, I think about things like I would start some sort of fund so that fathers, some sort of legal expense fund to help fathers pay for their attorney fees so that they could get visitation, so they could have visitation. Now, there's probably already a court order so that they could have visitation, but if the mother's making it difficult, he may have to go back to court. I often think that, you know, that's one of my rich wishes, that I would help fathers out with that, because I really think it is important for, once again, in the best interest of the children, not so much to benefit the father, but it's in the best interest of the children. It's for the children that I would do that. But it's just a dream, because, like I say, I haven't amassed any wealth. But if anybody needs $50, I might be able to, you know, help you with your, if $50 would help at all. But, okay, I'm kind of kidding right there, because I really don't have $50 to give to everybody. But I actually wouldn't mind helping you do maybe some research to find someone who might do it at a reduced rate. But anyway, so the child support laws are not unfair. They're to benefit the children. So I think fathers ought to be able to see their children, and like I say, that's for the children's benefit, because actually I hold no allegiance to either one, unless I'm related to you, mother or father, just speaking in general terms. I hold no allegiance to either side. It's the children I would care about. I guess since I have no children of my own, I kind of think of myself as the aunt to the world. And I do think it's important that everyone grow up with the, like Judge Judy says, the widest circle that they can draw love and support from. That is very important. That they know their father's side of the family. Even if, say that there's some reason that and maybe even a valid reason, where the mother might say that he shouldn't see the kids, well, maybe in that case, maybe supervised visitation would be in order. But that would be something up to a judge to determine. But anyway, I just, that's my 2 cents. Basically, my basic point is the child support laws aren't unfair. They're not intended to benefit the mother. They're not intended to penalize the father. They're intended to benefit the children. And because the children do require being supported. Oh, and another thing, if I also feel that anyone who doesn't raise their children, and this is the law too, anyone who does not have custody of their children has to pay child support. So if a mother doesn't have custody of her children, then she has to pay child support. I've worked many jobs in my time. One of the jobs that I've worked, I worked as a caseworker at the welfare office one time, and a lady was telling me how her kids were living with their father's mother, and they were coming after her for child support, you know, the child support unit, where they were coming after her for child support, and why would they do that? And I mean, I didn't tell her this because it wasn't my place. I was trying to see whether she was eligible for food stamps. But since they weren't living with her, she has to pay child support. So, and that shouldn't be, no one should consider that an odious burden to pay for the support of your children. If the parents aren't together, whoever is the non-custodial parent pays child support, and should have liberal, I'll leave that up to the court to decide what's liberal or adequate visitation meaningful visitation, they should have the non-custodial parent in their lives. The children should. So, anyway, not very long, but let me know what you think.